Hi guys, Blake and Ryan here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on beautiful Lake Taneycomo. It is April the 2nd. It is almost 7 o'clock in the evening. We are up at the dam and we are going to do one cast for you. As you can see, they are still running one floodgate, still running whatever amount of generators over there to come up to a little bit above 7,000 cubic feet per second. And despite my failures yesterday, we're going to give this drift a try again. So today I'm starting off with a Sculpin Jig 16th ounce peanut butter head, 2-pound trout SOS line. Ryan is going to use the Signature Series 110+1 Ghost Shad. He's been talking about walleye all day. He's hoping he's going to find one that maybe magically made its way over the dam. I think I just saw one fall. He says he just saw one fall. He's got better eyes than me. Still having trouble with the audio equipment, so I'm going to yell at the camera again today. Okay. I'm not even going to waste time spot locking here. We're just going to go ahead and get drifted. I probably, now that it's evening, should have put on a white jig. Probably going to regret it. Maybe I'll tie one on here in a little bit, but the Sculpin has been what I've been doing decent on this last week. So that floodgate's been running for a full 24 hours now, just a little bit over. Still haven't heard any reports of shad being seen, but Dwayne had a trip this morning and said that he was getting them on the white shad fly early this morning. I talked to Captain Raider. He said that his white shad fly pattern is what worked for him, had worked for him all morning into the early afternoon. He came back to the dock to pick up a second trip. I don't know how he did on his second trip. Dwayne had a second trip today as well, and he said they had to switch to size 18 scuds. That's what he was picking them up on. However, I just talked to Captain Steve Dickey. They were still on the water down at the Narrows, and they were fishing size 12 scuds on under an indicator on the fly rod. He said they were picking up the fish pretty good. We had a group come in for a last-minute rental, and they went out for 2 hours with some night crawlers. They fished from Trout Hollow back down to our dock, and said they managed to put a few in the boat. Talked to another one of our groups that were out today, and they as well caught their fish on night crawlers. And we had a lot of boats on the water today. I remember this time last year, they were running some floodgates. The black and white jigs worked really well. I kind of contemplated trying one of those. All right, throw behind that rock right there. See it? any of these spots along this first bank underneath the dam, if you're trying to target those other species, the smallmouth, the walleye, the white bass, any little eddy pocket like this rock that I just pointed out, that was a terrible cast. But that eddy pocket goes down deeper, so just get it back in and throw it in there again. Those other species really will pack in tight against that stuff. And I know I've taken about 10 casts now, but no fish on the first cast. Oh man, there's got to be one hungry fish for a jig or a jerkbait over here. Got some, I can see a mayfly from here. Looks like we might have a small mayfly hatch going on somewhere in our general vicinity. Oh, see two mayflies now. That's kind of cool. Those are some big ones. Coming up on the flat in front of the island here. Yeah, go look at that mayfly hatch. There's a whole bunch of them. Huh. I can't recall in the little over 3 years I've been here seeing mayflies hatch like that. There's a fish. What is that? Is that a trout? Get your line away. Jerk right away from there. Oh, this might be a bigger fish. Oh yeah. Yep, that's a bigger fish. Okay. So this way. Here we go. Big male rainbow. Might even go 20. That might be a trophy. Look. Size of that fish. About 21. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Well, I guess my reward for getting skunked the last 2 times I went out on camera was a trophy. He was that fish was sitting right underneath where those mayflies were hatching. saw one fish rise while we were going through there. So if we start getting enough of a mayfly hatch, those fish might start catching on to the idea of coming up for something. That would be really neat. Caught him right above flat that leads to the front of the island. Going past the rebar hole now. Motor. Be careful when you cast behind that. That log goes down a little farther than it looks. Another good spot for some of those warm water species when they come over is still this side of the bank. All this water is just a little bit slower through here. I've even caught some crappie right here in the mouth of this tiny little creek. There's another one. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I keep forgetting to yell. I'm not used to it. How big is that? 21. This one feels heavy too. Not quite as long, but he's a bruiser. Oh, come on. Get in the net. Oh, this one's a fighter. He's got some shoulders on him. Yeah, he's putting up a good fight. That is a fat rainbow. I bet he weighs every bit as much as that other one did. The piggies are coming out to play tonight. I find it funny fishing this lake long enough. There are days where it seems like a general same size of fish will eat and the other ones won't. We are getting ready to drop into Big Hole. We're still 50 foot off the south bank over here. Coming past that little island I like to talk about. It's a really small one, but there seems to always be some fish setting on it. Table Rock still on the rise. I imagine that if it continues in that direction with the generator being down, they might crack a few more floodgates, which in my opinion would be all for the better. Give us a better chance at sucking up some more shad. Look at that. That was another fish taking a mayfly off the top. Oh man, that's exciting. And maybe give us a little warmer water from that surface temperature. Like I said, with the water being 43 degrees, trout don't like that as much, but if you could warm it up, even 45, 46, 47, it could definitely get those trout a little more active. Yeah, I forget the name of those ducks. They're kind of funny. Or a black and white type of duck. We're coming up on the big sycamore tree that's down on the south bank, kind of above the boat ramp by 75, 80 yards. There's a flat that starts below that tree. And I think I'm actually going to scoot the boat out just a bit. Because off the edge of that flat is a drop off, and I think that'll be the better spot to attack. So I'm going to pull the boat out here to the middle just a little bit. It didn't take us long to get sucked back in there. I'm just going to point the nose of the boat downstream. That sun's kind of attacking us. Ryan's gonna give in and go to a jig.
Oh, I said I should have brought one.
Oh, you didn't even bring one?
No.
Oh. I've got a smaller jerkbait there you can try. All this water's about to be a lot shallower.
Yeah, that's at the bottom already.
Yeah. Try that 762. He's gonna switch to a smaller, shallower diving jerkbait. We're just across from the boat ramp now. Coming up on Trophy Run and Trophy Run Island there. At least that's what I call it. I don't know what it's called. More mayflies. If you can't tell, I'm really excited about the mayflies being here. Oh. Hey, I'll call you back in a second. I'm still doing the video.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I'll call you back. All right. Final stretch. Go to the end of the island. We're kind of drifting a little farther over the middle, and this flat works the same way. It comes off that island about 60-70 foot, and then it starts to drop halfway between us and the island. And if the fish aren't laying up on that flat, usually they'll be packed in right there at that drop off. But haven't really seen any action since we got down here. We should have just drove back up and drifted the first section again. I think next couple evenings I'm gonna bring a mayfly dry fly up here and try it. I've only seen 2 fish surface, but that's enough to get me to try it. Here is my last cast. Now I'm going to throw it in the opposite direction. So the channel, if you can call it that, runs along that edge over there that leads towards Big Island. And sometimes they'll be over there playing on the edge of that channel. It's really not much of a channel, but it is the deepest spot coming through this chute. Okay. Well, at least I didn't get skunked today. But we thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll be back out to do it again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.